fan wheel and servicing of the Eureka model 2132 vacuum cleaner. Let's begin. You'll need a little monkey wrench, number 2 Phillips screwdriver, number 25 Torx driver, and a little brush for brushing out the dust you'll find in the vacuum cleaner, and a little piece of sandpaper. Here's the bottom of the Eureka model 2132. Begin by taking off the top cover by taking these 2 screws off from here and here. Now you have to use the 25 Torx to take this control dial off. Use the brush to brush out any dirt or dust that might be around the motor. You want good ventilation around the motor so the motor stays cool. Help prevent overheating the motor so it stays in good running condition. Now to get to the fan wheel, use the number 20 Torx driver to get to the fan wheel by removing these screws. There are 4 screws around the fan housing. Don't lose the retaining clip for the power switch. There's also one more wire for the ground wire to take off so you can easily remove the fan housing. Now you'll notice that the fan wheel is pretty broken up. There's no suction here. So you need to get a brand new fan wheel like this one. So using the little monkey wrench, hold the fan wheel steady and turn counterclockwise because it's reverse thread to hold the fan wheel in place against the motor rotation. Don't lose the little washer that comes with the old on from the fan wheel. Now chances are the fan housing is rough, so you take your little piece of sandpaper and smooth it out for good airflow in the vacuum cleaner. The easier the dirt moves through the vacuum cleaner, the better for airflow. Wipe it off so you make sure it's nice and smooth. Put the new fan wheel on. And don't forget this little nylon washer. You only tighten it a little bit because the reverse threads will keep the fan wheel in place, so you don't have to over tighten it. It'll keep itself tightened with the reverse threads. Check the main fan housing to make sure it's nice and smooth. Use the sandpaper to smooth out if it's rough. You want a good smooth airflow so the dirt moves quickly and efficiently through the vacuum cleaner and into the dirt bag. As dirt roughens up the housing, it reduces the efficient airflow, so you want to keep the airflow smooth and efficient, so it's better pickup power. Wipe it down so it's nice and smooth. Make sure there's no dirt on the housing for better seating so there's no vacuum leaks. Make sure it's nicely seated for a good grip so there's no vacuum leaks. Put the retainer clip back on the power switch. Using the number 20 Torx driver, put the ground wire back in place. Don't forget to spin the screws gently in the holes till you find the original threads from the factory so you don't crack the plastic housing. It's better to use a hand screwdriver so you feel the tension on the screw. If you use a power driver, it might crack in the housing if you don't feel the tension in the plastic. And you can compare old fan wheel to the new fan wheel. Which one do you think will have work better? Let me know in the comments which fan wheel is better. Motor turns nicely. Make sure the motor turns. You might want to oil the bearings if you can get to them. When you take this part out, you can get to the bearings. Inspect the belt. This belt is, his belt is no more. It needs a new one. But keep the old belt so you could compare it for your new one. Make sure it's about the same size. The old one will be stretched out a little more than the new one. When you're putting the roller back in place, make sure the groove in the roller matches up with this groove here in the housing. They should be on the same plane. That's plane as in geometric, not airplane. And you see the ridge is not matching. This is not the way to do it. It should be this way. Make sure these are pointing downward toward the top of the machine, and put the fan drum back in place. Now when you're putting the fan belt back on, the lower one or the upper one is in the ridge, and you put it over the and like that. Make sure the brush housing is smooth. Use some sandpaper to smooth out to keep the dirt from sticking in place. Clean it up so the dirt moves smoothly through the machine and into the vacuum bag for more efficient airflow. Lock the housing back in place, and let's test it. You don't want to go through all this trouble of taking it apart and putting it back together again, unless you know it works. You have to be careful of the exposed wiring here. So carefully press the power switch. Unplug the unit when you're not, to keep it from being power. In this case, the motor seems a little sticky, so I'm going to put some oil on here. Using the number 2 Phillips screwdriver, loosen the motor housing. This one has 2 screws holding the housing in place. Yours may be different depending on the exact model. You'll see in here that there's a bronze bushing, a bronze bearing. Also, since the belt is under tension with the fan, the brush wheel, there's tension holding the motor shaft this way, so it's under tension from the rubber band holding the fan brush in place. So you want to put more tension here to counteract the tension between the rubber fan belt and the motor shaft, so it turns freely under tension with the fan brush. It's now plugged in. And the motor turns much better now. It's more smooth. So now if you're satisfied that the motor's turning properly and it's not under, the bearings aren't being under heavy tension and it's turning smoothly, you can put the thing back together again. The Eureka models have this cardboard motor thing to keep the dust from the motor brushes, and in this case over the years it degraded, so I'm going to put new foam rubber strips to keep the motor isolated from the dust. Ordinary weather stripping that you'd find at your home store. Recreate the seal between to replace the old foam. This foam allows the heat from the motor to escape and keep it away from the dust from the vacuum, the wheel under below. So it helps prolong the life of the motor by keeping more dust out of it. At least they say it's supposed to. So now the power switch is in proper place. The dust protector is in place. You can put the thing back together again. Use the Phillips screwdriver and put the housing screws back in place. Now the fan adjustment wheel, move the wheel back so you can put the adjustment wheel back in place. And using the number Torx 25, put the adjustment screw back in place. It should spin freely to adjust the height of the wheels for the different pile of rug that you have in your house to adjust the height of the cleaner. And give it one final test to make sure it works. And that's all there is to it, folks. You could do this yourself at home and save yourself a lot of money. Come again for another How to Fix It video. Goodbye for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share your comments in the comments box below. Goodbye.